So, hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the basic component of cell membrane or plasma membrane. So, dear friends, in previous lecture, we have discussed about the introductory part of membrane in membrane biophysics syllabus, which is we had uh, discussed its composition, then its function, and how it is important in maintaining living systems functionally. So, in this lecture, as at the end of previous lecture, we have concluded with introductory part of basic component of cell membrane. So, in detail today we will discuss about the components of cell membrane. So, basically there are three uh, major components of membrane, that is lipids, protein and carbohydrate. So, as we have discussed, the lipids are present in a phosphobilayer form and proteins are embedded in between, and carbohydrates are attached to protein or this lipid protein complex or lipoprotein complex, etc. So, in detail today we will discuss each component with its percentage and how it vary from one cell to another cell type. So, three biomolecules, namely lipids, protein and carbohydrate, are the main component of plasma membrane. Their composition and relative proportionality in membrane may different in different type of cells. The variation in proportion of each component is provided for special requirement of cell. For example, in general plasma membrane, we have approximately equal proportion of lipid and protein, that is 45 to 50%, whereas mitochondrial have approximately equal proportion of lipid. Membrane have approximately 75% proteins. In mitochondrial membrane, 75% protein, which are required in electron transport chain, that we have discussed in last year in molecular biophysics, that how electron transport system is working on inner membrane of mitochondria. So, generally the lipid content and protein content is a equal proportion, that is a 45 to 50%, but in case of mitochondria we are observing protein components are more, because it has to do electron transport system, and in electron transport system every complex is made up of protein. That's why 75% is of protein. Lipids are present ambiguously in different form like phospholipid, cholesterol, etc. So, in lipids there are different types of lipids were present in forming a plasma membrane and constitute approximately 50% of the mass of cell membrane. So, this is what about lipid. Then protein may range from 20 to 70% of total mass of particular membrane. The percentage of carbohydrate in cell membrane is approximately 5 to 8%, and these are generally associated with either two lipid, it means that glycolipid of various classes, or with protein, and it is known as glycoprotein. So, carbohydrates with lipid are known as glycolipid, and carbohydrates with protein are known as glycoprotein. So, if we take the percentage wise, then it is estimated that the maximum proportion of membrane is occupied by lipid, आणि लिपिड नंतर दोन नंबरला जे कंपोजिशन आहे ते प्रोटीनचं आहे, आणि खूप थोड्या प्रमाणामध्ये म्हणजे 5 ते 8% कार्बोहायड्रेटचं प्रमाण आपल्याला बघायला भेटते. आणि a common feature of all biomembrane is presence of bilayer of phospholipid. So these lipids present in a membrane in form of bilayer. So if we elaborate this bilayer word, so bi means two, layer means we know that it is arranged sequentially. So there are two layers of phospholipids which are arranged in opposite direction to each other. It means that polar region and non-polar region, they are with together. So polar region combines with polar region and non-polar region combines with non-polar region, that we will discuss in detail in structure of these phospholipids. So, however, there is a presence of several unique proteins in certain cellular membranes for distinctive functions. Now, as we know that proteins are also act as enzyme transporter channels in a membrane. So these proteins are unique in certain cellular membrane for their function or the surrounding microenvironment of that cell. So if we take this table in which there is a different composition of lipid, protein and carbohydrate, which is different from one cell to another cell. So this difference in composition of lipid, protein and carbohydrate is due to their localized presence in different microenvironment. Then first of all we will focus on lipids. So the main component of cell membrane is a lipid. Lipids components of membrane are further divided into two: glycerophospholipid, sphingolipid, glycolipid and steroid. So the lipids are basically of four types, that is glycerophospholipid, sphingolipid, glycolipid and steroids. So in general, glycerophospholipids and sphingolipids constitute the large proportion of lipids in all biological membrane. So only importantly write down this glycerophospholipid and sphingolipid. So now first of all we will try to understand phospholipids. So with few exceptions, the most abundant lipid component present in membrane are phospholipids. Phospholipids are basically composed of glycerol backbone at which two fatty acid chains and phosphate group are attached. So if you see in a figure shown here in this video, you can see the hydrophilic head which is containing phosphate and glycerol, while hydrophobic tail which is containing saturated and unsaturated fatty acid chain. So fatty acids are attached to the first and second carbon, while the phosphate group is attached to the third carbon of glycerol backbone. The fatty acyl side chain may be saturated or may contain one or more double bond. The phosphate group and glycerol backbone make the head portion of phospholipid as a hydrophilic, whereas fatty acid tail have a nature of hydrophobicity. Therefore, phospholipids are considered as amphipathic molecule with polar head and hydrophobic tail. So as we have seen in the structure, किंवा या स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये बघितल्यानंतर भी तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की हेड कशा प्रकारचं आहे की हायड्रोफिलिक नेचर आहे. सो हायड्रो मीन्स वॉटर, फिलिक मीन्स लविंग. सो वॉटर लविंग हेड आहे and hydrophobic. So hydro means again water and phobic means hating. So here the tail region is not, we can say it is not soluble with water, and head region which is soluble in water. So the same lipid molecule is having water solubility also and water insolubility nature also. That's why it is known as amphipathic molecule. So amphipathic means it is having both the nature. So here the basic structure of phospholipid, which is taken from website that is Anatomy and Physiology Conic Genes website. So as a reference we have to refer this diagram. One more special characteristic of phospholipid make them a crucial molecule in membrane is phosphate group of phospholipid can be attached to variable functional groups, that is R group, and gave rise to different type of phospholipids. For example, phosphatidic acid has a hydrogen as a R group. The naming of phospholipid is based upon by naming the derivatives for the head group alcohol R. So with phosphatidyl as a prefix, phosphatidyl choline, phosphatidyl ethylamine and phosphatidyl serine are the other common membrane phospholipids having choline, ethylamine and serine respectively. So these are the with common name with a different type of phospholipid. So here in table shown you can see the different type of phospholipids are formed on the basis of modification of R group in a phosphate. So in head group as shown in figure, the phosphate combines with different R group and their modifications are shown here, ethylamine, choline, serine and with glycerol. So phosphatidyl glycerol, phosphatidyl serine, phosphatidyl choline, phosphatidyl ethylamine and phosphatidic acid. So these are the variants phospholipid with different head groups. Then if we see phosphatidyl glycerol, that is a cardiolipin, the type of phospholipid is cardiolipin, and then myoinositol 4,5 bisphosphate, phospholipid type is phosphatidyl inositol 4,5 bisphosphate. So this is what phospholipids with different head groups. So these different head groups are again with different types of cells or different composition and their surrounding microenvironment. So there are we can say sphingolipids and glycolipids. So next component we can say after phospholipid we will discuss about sphingolipid or and glycolipid. Another class of phospholipid found mainly in plasma membrane are sphingolipid, which lack the basic glycerol backbone and have sphingosine backbone fatty acid. And head group of sphingolipid, in sphingolipid the terminal hydroxyl group of sphingosine is esterified to phosphocholine. So its hydrophilic head is similar to that of phosphatidyl choline. So in this figure or in figure number 4 we will understand in more detail. So after that glycolipids are the subgroup of sphingolipids and generally present approximately 2% of uh, total lipids content of plasma membrane. These sugar contained lipids have a sphingosine derived backbone and mono or oligosaccharide bound to CSN3 position. So this is what about glycolipid. Now next third component is a steroid. Another important class of membrane lipid is a steroid and their derivatives. These steroids are present in cell membrane for important hormones and signaling molecule. In general, all steroids contain 4 hydrocarbon group, that is A, B, C and D, with carbon number as shown in figure above. Here this if you see this diagram, the structure of steroids and the structure of cholesterol specifically. So the numbering is 1 2 3 4 5, then the after 5 the second ring 6 carbon ring is attached to first carbon ring, and the carbon numbering is continue. After 5 it's 6 7 8 9 10, and again the carbon rings are attached or benzene rings are attached, and then the whole structure of cholesterol is shown here. So the cholesterol is major steroidal constituent of plasma membrane. It accounts for near about 20% and 30 to 50 of the total lipid component in animal and plant cell respectively. However, cholesterol is generally absent in prokaryotic membrane and mitochondrial membrane. Cholesterol has entire hydrocarbon structure but also has a hydroxyl substituent on one ring, which makes this molecule as amphipathic. So cholesterol maintains the integrity and stability of membrane. A separate functioning of this steroid we will discuss in latter part of this membrane, or while studying this membrane properties and different physical properties. So this is what about membrane lipids. So first of all we discussed about phospholipids, then we discuss about sphingolipids and glycolipids, and now we have discussed about steroids. Now the again second major component of lipid membrane or a membrane is protein. So the detailed structure, then nomenclature and the carbon numbering are shown in figures in this video. So if you have any question, doubt, please feel free to ask in comment. So thank you. So in next lecture we will discuss about the another very important component of membrane, that is protein. So protein is one of very important and also second most abundant component of a membrane.